has been paid for by the New World Order.
Oh, it is I, it is he, it is me, P-double-D-E Temple, Coin in the place to be reviews right here with all of yous, even those Orthodox Jews. Remember, tomorrow night, sunset, starts Hanukkah, my friends. L'chaim. I am the Fandom Menace, People's Champion, the most criminally underrated YouTuber you've probably just heard of right here on Monday night, going in raw. That's right. I am here with my panel this evening, and thank you to the chat. Hail the chat, hail the Fandom Menace, hail Rogue Entertainment, and hail the Fandom Collective. Today marked the launch of their Indiegogo campaign. If you want to get in on that, order your set of Fandom Collective trading cards. Hit them up on Twitter at Fandom Collective and get in on that. You'll find all the Indiegogo information right there, and it will be posted in the link to this video, and I will get it posted in the chat. One of my wrenches will do that. Ladies and gents, we got a great show this evening. Joining me, as always, my co-host, Tony ToneDef and I, World Review.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the sole proprietor of the world's shittiest YouTube channel. The commander to the legion of deaf heads, the world's wokest warrior, primitive-sided, toxic fanboy aligned with the like-minded. Tony ToneDef rocking with you, going in rogue, the place to be reviews. And I've got my set of Fandom Collective trading cards on the way. I'll make sure to post that link in the chat right now. I can't wait to get them.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for being here. And our guest this evening, one of our guests, he makes his return to the program, and this guy recently hit the 1,000 subscriber mark. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan from Blurb TV. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited. I've been looking forward to this. Been playing a lot of ping pong, trying to figure out when I might be able to come back here, but we made it here tonight. Thanks for letting me be here.
Oh, man, it is always good to have you on, brother. Always good to have you on. And again, congrats on that 1,000 mark, man. That is awesome. I jokingly call myself criminally underrated. This guy down here, man, he's doing the damn thing. Nostalgia Wars, like we were just talking before we went on air. The views on the first episode are just blowing up, and they're steadily climbing, which is excellent, man. I am so happy for you. When can we expect the second episode of that?
It's a great question. Thank you so much. My brother, they recently just had a baby, so it's kind of tough. Those of you who do not know what Nostalgia Wars is, we take nostalgia-based fandoms and we pit creatives such as YouTubers, Instagrammers, so on and so forth, pit them against each other trivia style in a tournament where you as a viewer can actually follow along, answer along, and choose your own fantasy bracket on who you think is going to win so that you can win your own prizes. So that's what we do. My brother co-hosts it with me, and it's tough at this moment to figure out when he's going to be available. But he is coming over tomorrow, so we might be able to film and then get it out pretty soon.
Excellent, man. Excellent. That is, and congrats to your brother on the new one, the new addition to the family, and Uncle Nerdy Blurb over here, man. I like it. I like it. Uncle Blurb, man. Congrats, bro. That's awesome. Happy, healthy baby, man. Nothing better in the world, honestly.
Yeah.
As a parent, I understand, brother. That is greatness. We got 8 people in the chat. Hey, man, make sure you're out there bitch slapping that like button for me. And if you have not yet done so, let today be the day you hit that red button and subscribe to the channel. I promise you Bears beats and Battlestar Galactica. That's all I got. That's all I got. Some Bears and beats. I don't really know much about Battlestar Galactica. I'm not going to lie. All I know is Katie Sackhoff played Starbuck in a gender swap role, but nobody complained because Katie Sackhoff is a nerd goddess. So let's see. Adam Shawhan, super fan Adam Shawhan says E-Temple Queen's a place to be reviews. All good, man. Anytime you need me. I'm going to have you on a Friday night show, Adam. I'm going to bring you on Fandom Menace Friday Night Live with me and Tony one night. That is our, for those of you who might not know, some of you know, Fandom Menace Friday Night Live is a little, it's a low key, it's more like an hour-long conversation. Last week, it turned into a 2-hour-long conversation with Paulie from Latino Slant, who is another great creative I just met over on the Humpty Dump last week. I will actually be joining him for his Christmas Feliz Navidad celebration tomorrow, live, 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. I'll be jumping on the stream with him and some very talented musicians, which I don't know why he wants me on with talented musicians, but hey, I'll be there. He wants me, so I'm gonna wear something sharp. He's got fedoras. He's a fedora man, so I'm gonna pull out the suit and the fedora and look all Bond-like for him. So there we go. I'll do that. But before we move on with the evening's festivities, man, I really need, on a serious note. Actually, I'm not going to take these off of this, but with the community, man, we lost a important, long-standing member this week to a very untimely death. So I just want to say rest in peace to Brandon Moist, a member of the World Class Bullshitters community, a big member of that community. I had the pleasure of streaming with him once. He was on a lot of the WCBS streams as a guest during like their Halloween watch parties for horror movies. So my heart goes out to his family, man. It's sad to lose anybody, especially that young. So yeah, R.I.P. Brandon Moist. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad, but yeah, man. That's it was a hit. It was a hit to find that. I found out the other night on the air live. I didn't say a name because I didn't want to say anything until I had confirmation and, you know, actually make a mistake or somebody was reporting things wrong. But yeah, so we lost a member of the community. It just shows you how fragile life is and how every day is a gift out there. So don't take anything for granted. Don't ever take a day for granted. So hold your loved ones close, and yeah, that's all on that. Yeah, that's all I got to that's all I got to say. Fun University, hail to you. He says hello and a big F you to you all. Aw, well, F you too, Fun University. I love it. Happy Dinosaur 8000. Welcome. Don't worry, man. Hey, you know what? It's gonna be an upbeat show, man. I just want to get that out of the way early. Say my piece. I didn't know Brandon that well. Like I said, I had the pleasure of streaming with him one time. But just from conversing in the chats, you know, briefly and things like that. So it's sad anytime something like that happens. But you know what? We got a big show for you tonight. We're waiting. Makini 90 is going to join us. He is a very talented artist, member of the fourth wave of the Fandom Menace, and a great mod over on the Humpty Dump and TR4, the Rogue 4. So yeah, we'll be waiting on him. He'll be joining us shortly here. We're gonna get the festivities started here with holy shit news. I figure that's always a good way to start out a stream here. Let's see what we have here. Here we go. Wait, Super Adam Shawhan, thank you for saying something about my brother Master Moist. Man, hey, yeah, that I wanted to at least, you know, acknowledge and pay my respects to a good dude. So definitely. Let's see. So holy shit news. Number 1, maskless man arrested after coughing and spitting on Best Buy's Geek Squad counter. After being denied Geek Squad service at a Best Buy due to his refusal to wear a mask, brace yourselves, a Florida man allegedly coughed and spit all over a store counter before spraying a beverage from his mouth as he departed the business. Police charge. What? Tony, you go. Tony Toad, go ahead and talk on this one first, Tony Toad.
You know, I feel like if there is a zombie apocalypse, it's going to be because of hand sanitizer, so maybe a little germs here and there isn't so bad in 2020. I don't know. Like, I feel like, honestly, being honest, like in 2019, I feel like he probably would have been arrested too. Like spitting on someone is assault, but it probably would have been more of a slap on the wrist. I don't know what's going to happen to him now. I mean, he's not going to sit on death row, but they may try to make some sort of example out of him.
They're going to charge him with a hate crime. That's not a hate crime. It is a crime because I hated it. But Ryan, what do you got to say about this one, man?
I feel like the real things that we should be. I mean, first off, the guy's a freaking maniac.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Yes.
But like, how and why is this news? Like, I don't care what people are doing over there in Florida because they're probably doing the same thing as I am over here in the West. It's just like, don't care. But just because it's something that's out of the status quo of the flavor of the week within this year, people feel like it has to be news, and it's just ridiculous. I say shame on people like us who continue to read that stuff, telling news people that that's what we like to listen to read up on, because it's just like more stuff to just be like, man, this year is so messed up. Really, it's not. We've just been getting a lot of stupid news like this. We just get tons of this happens every freaking day. I've been spit on before in my own freaking job, So it's just like, but that's for different reasons, and people pay me.
Oh, now,
to be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair. This was reported on by the smokinggun.com. So that explains why it made it to any quote unquote news site. I mean, yeah, so that was for the Smoking Gun. I think this guy's insane. And I think Nano Reaper said it best in the chat. He said, where did it go? Where did it go? He said, what did he say? Geek Squad's prices are a crime. Let's see. Nano Reaper also says, I don't give a shit about America's ball set. I mean, Florida. Florida is like the phallus of the US. It really is, but it's like all flaccid down there. It's not even standing at attention. It'd be sticking more eastward if it did. It just goes straight south.
Well, it's because of half of the state is taking like a lot of Viagra. It's not working.
It's all the old Jewish people down there with the white shoes and the bocce ball in Del Boca Vista Phase 2. And Festivus is coming up too. I don't know what I'm more excited for: Christmas, Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, or Festivus. I don't know. It's a Festivus miracle. But let's move on with this. Number 2, more beer troubles for Bud Light Mike. And again, we go back to the state of Florida. God,
they do seem to make these headlines, though. Florida's the worst of us in the best ways.
They are. They entertain us in ways that we couldn't possibly imagine. According to Florida Police, Michael Filipakowski swiped 24 cans of Bud Light from a Publix supermarket in Treasure Island. Filipakowski, 51, was subsequently arrested after being found in possession of 21 of the purloined cans. So we had time to slam 3 cans down before they busted him. All right. Oh, God. Tony, you take it away first on this one, man.
I mean, when in Treasure Island, I mean, I don't know. Like, this happens. Like, I live in Las Vegas. This is just Fremont Street down here. I don't know why this is new.
It really is Fremont Street. If you've ever been there, anybody who's watching this,
yeah,
I promise you, it is exactly what you think it is.
Yeah. Like, you want to see someone fight themselves in the mirror, go to Fremont Street.
We must have been there at the same time.
Yeah.
That's, and apparently this guy had said that in the police report, it said he'd been arrested at least 3 times for stealing Bud Light in particular.
What?
Why would you steal Bud Light? If you're going to steal a beer, I'm not a big fan of like craft beers and microbrews, but I mean, I would at least go for like something from a Sam Adams or like at least a Stella Artois, Am I still beat booping, guys? Can you hear me?
You sound smoother now.
All right, because the chat said I was kind of beat booping a little bit. So
You were beat.
Yeah, a little bit, but you're
All
good now.
All right, Phoenix Animation, what's up, man? And Phoenix Animation is on tomorrow night. Wait, no, not tomorrow. Friday. I'm sorry, Friday night. I keep thinking, why today's Monday? Wait, what the hell's today? Today's Wednesday. Did I say Monday? Did I announce tonight is going in Raw? I don't know. I don't even know what fucking day it is anymore, ladies and gents. It is. I am fine. Thank you, Nano Reaper. I am quite fine. No, really. As long as I sound better. Phoenix Animation's on this Friday night on Friday Night Phantom Menace Live. So yeah, I'm trying to get my day straight here. I don't know what day it is. Up is down, down is up. Dogs and cats. Dogs and cats are living together in perfect harmony. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I drink wine. Anyway, let's move on to number 3 on the list here. Bald man is busted at hair salon. A bald Kentucky man caused a disturbance. And this is Kentucky now, go figure. A bald Kentucky man caused a disturbance at a salon after he asked a worker if she, quote, had a product to bring his hair back. And she told him, according to police who busted the chrome-domed invader, no, she did not. Is someone who...
Why are the police notified so early in that story?
I don't know. It's kind of funny that they just decide to they just decide to hey, this bald guy came in. Apparently he was giving the young lady behind the counter a hard time, and he got belligerent when he found out there was no magic potion to make his hair grow back. And as I said, I've tried. It doesn't work. I did the George Costanza. I ordered the stuff from China. It just smelled really bad, and I had to wear a cowboy hat. Nano Reaper, relax. I didn't look like Dave Filoni. And I did not sound like Dave Filoni either. So we're all right there.
It's because you bought from Vandalay Industries.
That's right. I did get it from Vandalay. And you want to be my latex salesman. But yeah, so we got 2 out of Florida, 1 out of Kentucky. I mean, what? Superfan Adam Shawhan says Sharpie marker. I could do the Bam Bam Bigelow thing and just get tattoos on my head, but I don't have any tattoos to begin with, so it's like I don't want to start with my head. I've heard that hurts. I heard that's quite painful, and I'll pass on that. We can kick off the first topic here. I'm going to pull this article up now. This is interesting, and I have to talk about this stuff on live streams because nobody that subscribes to my channel wants to hear about the MCU anymore. So I don't make MCU videos much. But we will talk a little bit about Spider-Man 3.
Many rumors.
Yep. Yes, there are. There are a lot of rumors going around, and we're going to take on this article right here from Walt Disney News Today. It's a short article, which will leave us some room for speculation.
Sounds reliable.
Yeah. Spider-Man 3 reportedly bringing back Andrew Garfield, Kirsten Dunst, Alfred Molina for potential live-action Spider-Verse. Now, another name I heard confirmed today was, of course, Emma Stone coming back.
I also heard today that was Charlie Cox as well.
Oh my God, I would love if he came back and played Daredevil.
All I gotta say is that this seems like desperate, like rumor mill to make a franchise that's failing become whole again. That's all it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Throw a bunch of shit at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, it's just like when DC was going through all that weird stuff during the time of Black Panther, because DC realized that nobody liked Justice League, so they threw in their own story about Cavill leaving, and everybody was talking about it. But guess what? He ain't going nowhere.
No. Cavill's a good Superman.
He's the best Superman.
He is the best since Reeve. He absolutely is. And he's more of a, Reeves was that campy, the Richard Donner 80s, which I love. I grew up with it, but Henry Cavill's the man. Henry Cavill's the man. He is. Let's see. Spider-Man 3. Let's see. The Hollywood Reporter has confirmed that Alfred Molina, who played Dr. Octopus in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, which is, in my opinion, the best superhero movie ever, is confirmed to be returning in the new franchise's currently untitled Spider-Man 3. We learned in October that Jamie Foxx would also be returning to the series as Electro, who he played in The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Forgot about Fox too.
What's that?
I forgot that Fox was rumored as well.
Yeah, and that's what opened up a lot of the speculation about the Garfield return.
Right.
You know, no word on Odie yet. We've only got Garfield so far. John Arbuckle is still a free agent. New rumors, this is via Collider, oh boy, also state that Andrew Garfield and Kirsten Dunst will return too. Garfield portrayed Peter Parker in the Amazing Spider-Man films, while Kirsten Dunst played Mary Jane Watson in the original Spider-Man trilogy. It's possible Tobey Maguire, Peter Parker in Spider-Man, and Emma Stone, Gwen Stacy in the Amazing Spider-Man will return as well. The confirmed castings and rumors suggest the new film will be delving into the Spider-Verse previously explored in the animated Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is a absolute great movie. Okay, so let's talk about this now. We've had Melina and all these guys rumored to come back. Do you think they're going to try to squeeze in a live action Miles Morales? Anybody on this? Ryan, I'll throw it to you first on this one.
Oh, okay. I was going to say Tony's been a little bit quiet, and I should give him the floor, but whatever. Are you asking, do you think they're going to squeeze it in, or are you asking, do I think they should squeeze it in?
Give me both. That's
How
a
about
good place to
no
start.
on both accounts?
I honestly agree with you on that. I do. I liked the Into the Spider-Verse, but I don't think he'll fit in here.
Well, I don't think. Okay, wait. I guess I'm confused. Are you saying the character Miles Morales, or are you saying the concept of Into the Spider-Verse?
The character of Miles Morales. I'm sorry. I should have been more clear.
I definitely don't think they can. I don't think Sony would let them. Because in Sony's world, Spider-Man world, Miles is their flagship. You know, like they ain't got nobody else.
Yeah.
And hey,
there's ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Machini 90 joining us.
I'm here. Okay, so you can stop bugging me.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I just came from Scott's Sporky News podcast and Dumpstream, so
all right.
We just ended. So
he was running.
Sorry.
You all right over there?
Yeah. Just getting comfortable.
All right. I was just making sure nobody, one of those crazy game journals didn't break in over there because you were talking about Cyberpunk earlier and try to arrest you for a hate crime if you bought Cyberpunk.
I know, right?
But so Ryan, we were talking about, just to catch you up, Machini, we were talking about the Spider-Man 3 rumors about bringing in, and I posed it to.
I like that spy there. That's how I feel. The way you sound is the way I feel.
Yeah, about bringing Miles Morales into this whole universe. And I want to, Ryan, were you wrapped up on your points? I want to throw it to Tony before we go over the map. Okay.
Just giving it a little, just a last run around is that I don't think Miles Morales, I don't think Sony will part with that.
Mm-hmm. I'd hope. I don't want to really, I don't know. I don't know. I like the character, but I don't really want to see him in that. Tony, what's your take on it?
I feel like they would at least try to, because I agree. Sony isn't going to let him go. And they have plans, as far as I know, for an animated Spider universe. So they're going to want to keep Miles over on their side. But I feel like they would at least tease him like they did in Homecoming. Just like, little signs, or maybe show something in the Spider-Verse, just something to show he's out there, even if he's, what I'm worried about, and this might not be a popular opinion, I think, and I'm not a Sam Raimi aficionado, I'm just judging by the Spider-Man movies themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like the last time he told a really packed, overloaded Spider-Man story, parts of it suffered. So I'm a little worried about so much going on here. I don't know. It just feels like it might be a little too much going on, And that, again, that might not be popular opinion, but it's just kind of, I'm worried if they can juggle all this, if they do get Tobey Maguire back, which I heard something about. I'm not sure. I think a few weeks ago I heard something about he wanted to come back, but he wanted more scenes with his actual mask off. But if they bring back all these different versions, Andrew Garfield, and then you have Tom Holland, I mean, I feel like that's a lot. How many different Mary Janes and how many villains? In my opinion, Electro, Jamie Foxx wasn't a very good Electro, but you're going to have him side by side with this great Dr. Octopus and Alfred Molina. So it's just, I'm sure they're more creative people than me, or at least I would hope, or figuring it out. But it just seems like a lot for Sam Raimi to juggle.
Well, yeah, then you're gonna have Kevin Feige dipping,
Yeah.
Feige's gonna be over, he's gonna be overlording that and pulling the minstrel strings. But Mac, what's your take on this one, Matt?
Okay, so when I heard that, for the third Spider-Man film, they're going to turn it into a Spider-Verse and having Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire back, and I'm like, there's only one way to do it right, but there's going to be so many ways to do it wrong, as I feel. It feels like it's going to feel like too jumbled up. I feel like you're trying to do too many things at once. I don't like this idea. To be fair, I was never a fan of Tom Holland to begin with. So I never liked the MCU, how they handled the MCU Spider-Man in this. And I just feel like it's just going to be you're just convoluting everything, and it's just going to be too much for people. Too much for me to take, and it's just going to be so many things can go wrong.
Well,
and I don't think Kevin Feige has that foresight or seeing it as to plan it out just right. There's just too many factors at play, and too many ways that it can just go incredibly wrong rather than going it right.
Here's the problem: is that Tom Holland is, in my opinion, not even on the same level as Garfield and Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
But it's his movie, and that he's going to be the main character, which means everybody who's going to have this weird little cameo means that they're not going to get the screen time that they deserve because Tom Holland's movie. So not only are they they're throwing all of these rumors at us, like as if we needed more excuse to go and watch an MCU movie, even though their box office numbers speak for themselves. It's just that the reason it's just like all quiet on the front, right? Like nobody has any news, so they're just churning things out like crazy. Doesn't mean that Kirsten Dunst is going to play a big role. I feel like everybody thinks that that's what it's going to be. It's like, oh, Andrew Garfield's going to be in this movie, and Tobey Maguire. They're all going to team up. Guaranteed. That's not.
Yeah. So it's like want to have Kirsten Dunst, Emma Stone, and Zendaya, and I'm like, I don't think it's gonna work like that.
It sounds like friggin'. It sounds like I'm trying to think of a good brand that does this, but not to mention a brand that everybody has over there in the East. But maybe Tony can understand this. It's like making a really nice tub of butter and then slapping Western Family's logo on it. It's Western Family. It's just a ripoff of what's already really good, and that's exactly what it is.
It's also not going to work because you have Tom Holland's Peter who can barely step out of Tony Stark's shadow. Yeah. He's going to be stepping into the shadows of Toby and Andrew.
It just screams more identity crisis.
That's what I was
kind of.
Yep. That's what I was kind of wondering though, because I've never been hot on the character of Miles Morales, and I went to see Into the Spider-Verse, and I think they did a fantastic job of showing him he was a bit lost at first. He didn't know his place, and by the end of the movie, he knew who he was, and he was Spider. And I think they did a pretty good job of telling that story, and I'm wondering if they're almost looking for the same effect for Tom Holland by the end of this movie. Because I mean, even in the last movie, he was still that kid giving away the glasses and just kind of awkward. And
Okay, I'm gonna say this as a I'm gonna say two things. First off, with Miles, I loved Into the Spider-Verse. Not only do I love Into the Spider-Verse, I love that how he was treated, and not only in the PS4 game, but how he was able to stand on his own in the spin-off title. I think the movie and both of those games do a better job of making Miles not be so much as a tokenized Peter than they do in the comics. Now, that being said, it still comes off as a tokenized Peter. You can't look at any other way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the second thing is that magic that they were able to make that work for Miles. They can't make that work for Peter. Not in this. Not Tom Holland.
yeah,
There's too many.
doesn't
There's
mean they
too
won't
many
try.
problems. There's too many problems with how they brought Peter into the MCU via Civil War, and with Homecoming and Far From Home, just completely leaving you so many questions because Spider-Man is its own micro universe within the Marvel 616 universe when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's his own cast of characters. All of them are very integral to Peter's growth and Peter's development as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I just feel like they just dropped the ball in the MCU because we don't hear about any other characters within. Like when you handle Spider-Man, he has to be his own thing.
Yeah,
like it has to be. Like I don't think bringing him in Civil War was probably a good. Now more I think about it, I think bringing him in Civil War was probably the bad idea. I think let him hint at it, like bring in little hints, and then have him do a solo film. But well, maybe I don't know. It's just I really think they dropped the ball. I really think the MCU Peter is just like it's not Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I don't see Spider-Man at all.
The worst, and it's because they handled him wrong. I don't have anything against Tom Holland.
No, not at all. I think he's fine.
I don't know who he is. I just feel like I know Tony so much more than him.
Yep.
And that's all that they played off of. And this is my thing. This is something that I think we need to consider as well. Is that everybody's mind went straight to Into the Spider-Verse. Everybody, as soon as Jamie Foxx was leaked, everybody was like, they're doing a live action Spider-Verse. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if we've ever considered the fact that that's probably, it might not be the case. Sure, we might have all of these people, but like, that doesn't mean that they're going to play their own characters. All we've ever heard is that Tobey Maguire is rumored to be in there. Andrew Garfield, nobody is like actually come out and said it's affirmed. It's totally confirmed that this person is playing that. Sure, we have Jamie Foxx. Like, I feel like the only for real thing that's actually been confirmed is that Jamie Foxx is reprising his role.
Yep.
That's like the only one.
Yeah.
So I feel like everybody jumped on that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what's going to happen. I feel like a lot of this is just going to be a lot of cameos just for like a shout out. Kind of like how Tom Jane was in Spider-Man 2 as the Punisher. But like if you were to tell anybody that, they wouldn't know, and that's because they were doing it as just like a side cameo. Like he's in there, he's recognized as it, but like nobody knew that, and that's how I feel. Even though these are legacy characters and legacy actors within this universe, that's how I feel like it's going to come off. It's going to be some weird Alfred Hitchcock cameo, and we're all going to be disappointed by it.
Okay, so
it'll leave me just like Far From Home after the theater. Then
no, it's just you hit the on the head with me. How about you first let him stand on his own 2 feet?
Yes.
Let him do it solo. Make the Spider-Man film be a more solo film with no other MCU cast, with no other guest cameo cast or anything like that. Make it be a Spider-Man film.
That's what we're at too. That's where they left us. They left us on something that we needed to get to know him more, because it's like he's totally exposed. and yet they took, because like I understand that in Homecoming, like sure Tony might be somebody who's overshadowing him, but like they took it 2 more steps back when they did the same thing in
Yeah, because you're bringing Nick Fury in. I'm like, what?
Exactly.
Yeah,
they have to put their stamp on it, though.
Yep.
They have to connect it to their universe.
It's people are going
Tony was
into
dead, and he still was the main character of that movie.
Yep. See, that's
people are going into people will go into Spider-Man because it's Tom Holland. They've seen Civil War. They've seen his appearances in other films. They know that he's a part of the MCU. You don't need to bring it. You don't need to bring anything that dips back into the MCU. Just make it a solo Spider-Man film.
But Feige ain't gonna do that.
Why do you think Guardians of the Galaxy did so well? Because it felt fresh rather than something that was thrown in there. Like, you need the rest of the universe for Spider-Man. By the way, listen to how ironic that sentence is. Spider-Man was the Marvel universe.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's when you think about the comics, and I think you brought up a good point there. Because when you bring in because when you think about the comics, they needed Spider-Man to be a part of the MCU. But now when you look at to be a part of the Marvel universe, to make it feel like it's part of the Marvel universe, you need to have Spider-Man in it. You need to be at least team up with Spider-Man. Hence, that's why he teamed up with so many characters growing back in the day. But here, it's the other way around, where Spider-Man needs to be around or team up with other people in the MCU just to make it so that he's a part of the MCU.
Yeah, in the comic,
the problem is that I never get the sense that he's going to be able to do everything on his. I'm never going to feel like I'm getting a film where it's Peter doing his own thing. He's standing on his own 2 feet, and he's figuring out whoever the monster or boss or whoever the villain he's facing off against. I feel like he's doing it all on his own, using his brain, using his intellect, because he's a scientist, using all of that to defeat the villain and not have to utilize and not have to send help or bring in cameos from other people in the MCU to do so.
Yeah, but just business-wise, that doesn't make I get it creatively. I'm all about that, but business-wise, they've got, even in or Far From Home, even if it was just the Skrull storyline that they continue to push, they've got to put something in there to protect their investment, because they don't want to build up Tom Holland and then have Sony bring him over to their universe and just not renew a contract or something. They've got to have some kind of skin in the game.
Okay, did you guys hear what I said before? Or I just want to double check.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought I lost y'all because I didn't see. But I always said that Peter's best stories were when he's out of high school.
Yeah.
When he's out of college, his best stories are there. Putting Peter in high school is a start. It's fine because because you don't have to deal with the origin story anymore. However, maybe you should have put him in his graduation year. Put him in his graduation year as he's doing his own thing. Have it said at a time where Peter is graduating, he's probably going to Empire State. And that's where he kicks him off. And I feel like a lot of and just make him stand on his own 2 feet, because I never get that sense. Like, you look back and if you look back at Spider-Man PS4, despite the cameos from other characters like Miles and such, it was still focused on Spider-Man and still focused on him doing his own thing. It never felt like he relied too heavily on put it this way. If you want to make Spice down his own, make sure that the characters that he relies are characters within his own universe.
Yep,
such as Mary Jane, such as Miles, such as Aunt May. Make sure that his supporting cast are characters within his own universe and not so much characters from the rest of the Marvel universe.
No, I don't want to see a Spider-Man movie that turns into a mini Avengers movie.
Exactly.
Because every standalone movie now, they're trying to do that with. And it really takes the focus and it takes the thunder away from your main character, especially in this case. You know, we want Spider-Man. Spider-Man is, and I've said this ad nauseum, and I'll say it again, Spider-Man is the most recognizable superhero globally. Easily.
You can't.
You've got he's the number one in merchandise. I mean, the other two
flagship hero.
He is. The other two most recognizable ones overall are Batman and Superman, but Spider-Man is the number one in merchandise. He is absolutely the apex of superhero merchandising. So for them to not trust that, I was hoping when Sony pulled that card and the contract expired, I was hoping they would take him away and he would not be in another Marvel movie. I really was, simply because I knew, number one, it would piss the MCU stands off, and number two, because I didn't want to see little Iron Spider anymore. And I was so excited when Far From Home, the rumor, I didn't even care about the movie because I heard the leaks and I'm like, meh, you know. And then when I went to see it in the theater, I was like, definitely like, meh. And I went with my buddy, he's a normie, and we were sitting there watching, and he's like, this is really good. And I'm sitting there just like the whole time, just shaking my head, like, motherfucker, like an old man yelling at the cloud kind of thing. And I didn't like the ending. I didn't like the sword thing. I was like, I don't want to see this, like the scrolls tied into, like, I mean, I understand the continuity issues, and they needed that post-credit scene. Like they said, they have to tie their things together. Kevin Feige's got to have a neat little bow, you know, just so it's like, hey, look, it's all connected. They should have ended this run of the MCU after Endgame. It should have stopped right there and start a whole new story. You can have some characters back from the first run, your first saga, but you don't need to continue this on after 22 movies and one shite one. But it's too difficult to have that running continuity in a cinematic universe. In the comics, it's easier because you can write the characters however you want. You know, they don't age. You can do whatever you want with them. But in the cinematic universe, it's too convoluted now.
Yes.
And you're bringing in all these new characters, like your Kate Bishops and your Yelena Belovas and, you know, She-Hulk and Moon Knight, and, you know, the Midnight Suns are going to show up here probably within the next 3 or 4 years. So it's like,
and Kamal Khan and just a lot of stuff from the, you know, all new art different line. It's just it's going to be too convoluted and it's going to fall apart.
Yeah,
I don't want to be just like this kind of person who's like, just be like Nostradamus or Nick Nancy. It's just, I can tell that this next phase of the MCU is going to fall apart if not for being too convoluted.
That's it. It's just collapse under its own weight.
It's going to collapse.
It's too top heavy, and it's not going to work. It's not sustainable. It's not a sustainable business.
It's too top heavy, and there's no bra big enough to support it.
That's it. You're trying to shove triple E's into a B cup. It's not going to work. No, that's just seriously, it is. And, you know, we talked about this a little bit. I think it was last night. I didn't want to see Jane Foster's Thor. I mean, Chris Hemsworth is funny. I'm not a Ragnarok fan, but I will give Chris Hemsworth, he's funny as hell.
Oh, yeah, he is.
And you had so much you could have done with him. And then they're like, oh, well, guess what? We're going to bring the Mighty Thor in. And that's only so we can inch ever so closer to that hit A-Force movie that everybody's, you know, clamoring for. It's like
that A-Force movie isn't it's not going to go as well as they want it to be.
No,
it's
because the characters they're going to use. A 10-issue comic. They couldn't even get a full year out of it before it got canceled.
What was it? A 30 second, a 10, 15 second scene that made no sense of what's in context of what's going on.
In the context of the movie. No, it didn't. Tony, what do you take? What do you think, man?
I'm so sorry. I was
no, you're good, brother.
My dog is wearing like a hoodie and she was halfway out of it. So I was like trying to get her leg back through and I just got back on. So I'm sorry. What could you repeat? Like what do I think of?
Oh, we're talking about like the MCU and the sustainability of their current model. Oh. You know, adding all these new characters and properties in. You know how it's not sustainable from a continuity standpoint.
I was gonna say the last thing I heard was it's a little bit too top heavy, and they're in a bra that's gonna support it. And, I mentioned this a few weeks ago. I think their best course of action, because they're worried about making money, more than telling good stories or building characters upright or anything else. Disney wants to make money, and that's why they bought Marvel. It's why they bought Star Wars or Lucasfilm. And I think the best thing they could do, if they're looking for a balance between long-term creativity and financial stability, is to tell saga stories. Like, okay, you told the Infinity Saga. Now let's move on. Now let's close that up. It's its own thing.
Yep.
And now let's start over. And almost like American Horror Story with their seasons, how they're almost like anthology like seasons. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to bring back Elizabeth Olsen as the Scarlet Witch and kick off this new saga with the House of M or something, you could recast some roles, whatever you have to do, whatever you have. I think that would be the best method of storytelling. And they don't even have to tell us. Like, we didn't know this was going to be the Infinity Saga when Iron Man came out.
Exactly.
It would be good if they had a plan where they want to be in 10 years, but let us guess a little bit. Start telling the story no, I think they're going to tell this, or I think they're going to, I think that would be the best way. And they could just do these decade-long sagas, and it would work. I mean, in my eyes.
Yeah, just kind of give it a fresh, clean slate,
Yep.
Yeah. This
That's
new
it.
saga could be with the X-Men and Fantastic Four instead of the Avengers focused,
Yeah, people would, and now, people had a problem because it's not the same actors, but I do think that going kind of that route and just kind of let it end at, Endgame or even Far From Home, and then the next film is just a brand new saga, a brand new continuity that they can it gives them a fresh, clean slate, and they won't have to worry about trying to tie everything back to the MCU. You could just say, it's a multiverse. It's a different it's a multiverse. It's just a change of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Tony.
I was just gonna say you can even say it's just a different dimension if you ever do want to do callbacks or anything.
Yeah. In some ways you could use you could probably use like a film, or you could probably use like a film or something to be as a way to kind of show it's kind of like show that it ends in that and then starts in the next one, that this next saga of films are take place in a different timeline, or take place in an alternate timeline, and you can focus on a specific saga from the comics on there.
Yep, exactly.
Ryan had a visitor. I see he had somebody pop in and say hi. This dude, that happens to me so often. It's like he doesn't even knock anymore. He just busts in.
Well, so I've actually been here the whole time, except for when I could hear her choking over here. It was an okay choke. She was just coughing and coughing.
Okay.
So I went over there, and then she's like, "I want to watch your show." I'm like, "Okay, well, you're not going to be on screen." So I just turned it off. But I've been here the whole time. And then she finally was just like, "I want to watch Blue's Clues." I'm like, "All right, good."
You can go figure out Blue's Clues. You can go figure out Blue's Clues. Yep.
And she leaves her.
Yeah, it leaves a Capri Sun. It's like the take a penny, leave a penny jar. They always got to let you know they're there. So what do you, I mean, Ryan, to kind of wrap up the MCU discussion here, do you think they should just completely start over with a new saga with this, because tomorrow is the investors call for Disney. So they are talking about all these, rumors and things and announcements. They're speculating, the bigger channels have been speculating about things that they're going to announce tomorrow. And, phase 5 already, when phase 4 has been pushed back a complete year. So, I mean, what's your take? Do you think they should just start over again with a clean slate? And like Mac and Tony said, kind of, you can use the characters as a callback, but you don't have to follow that continuity and just tell a new saga. It's like when they restart a comic run, basically, is what I would say. What do you think?
With that is, and this is like the biggest problem with comic books, is that take the New 52, for example.
Yep.
DC completely said, we are restarting everything. And then someone's like, everything? They're like, everything. And then someone's like, everything? It's like, okay, maybe not everything. Because
everything?
Like, Damian Wayne's a thing. And friggin' Green Lantern didn't die. And friggin' like there's so many things to where it's just like you didn't really restart it, did you? And that's exactly what it would be. If it was a hard restart on the MCU, you know for a fact they would never ever get rid of what they built. And it would be stupid of them to do that. Even with somebody as small, and I hate to like use a pun here, but somebody as small as Ant-Man, like even he is somebody that people are invested in. Like,
yeah.
I like Ant-Man. I want to see more of Ant-Man. The last Ant-Man movie sucked, and I want to see a better one. You know, so it's just like, and not to mention, I really like The Wasp, and I think I disagree with you guys. I think an A-Force movie could be really good, but that's neither here nor there. But the thing is that the reason why it could be good is because the characters that they have right now are actually very good characters. Even losing Chadwick Boseman, we still have a lot of potential within his own universe because the characters are so cool. So no, I don't want them to restart at all. But I do feel like there's a lot of potential that could happen with Wanda. And I feel like Wanda is a huge key. Now, whatever they talk about in their investors call or whatever, I still think that whatever's going to be happening in that show, as well as the madness, multiverse of madness, I feel like we're going to see a lot of that. If you had to pull my arm and ask exactly what I think they're going to start doing, I think we're going to start seeing a lot of Secret War stuff.
That's been, well, I mean, with the inclusion of the Skrulls, you know, that's been in the pipeline, and
if not Secret Wars, then maybe Secret Invasion.
Yeah,
maybe. And I actually think that that's going to only be a Captain Marvel thing, which kind of makes sense. But yes, and exactly.
Alan,
I feel like House of M is going to usher in different multiverses crashing into each other. What does that sound like? I think that sounds exactly like Secret Wars. Sure, you're going to have Kang the Conqueror here.
Yeah.
Sure, you're going to... Sorry, sometimes her laughs sound like cries, and I have no idea.
It's okay, man. It's all right. It's okay.
But like, I feel like... Because like the main bad guy in the Infinity Saga is Thanos. What's bigger than Thanos? There honestly isn't anything bigger than Thanos, except for the whole freaking universe crashing into each other. So I feel like that's the only way you could take it to the next level. Maybe Galactus, but it's been done before and it's been failed before. That's how I feel like it's going to go. And I think it's all going to start with House of M.
Yeah, I was kind of like, I want to see, that Galactus type stuff again. But I want to see it done right, which makes me not want to see it now because I'm kind of hesitant with Marvel. It's like, how are they going to handle this? Are they going to make Galactus like a transgender stapler or something? I don't know. But I mean, it's funny though, because like literally we joke about it, but I mean, stranger things have happened. But no, you talked about Ant-Man. Yeah. That's like Ant-Man 3. What's it? Peyton Reed's directing it because he did the first. He did the first two. So Peyton Reed's on, but it's like, is this Ant-Man 3 or is it Ant-Man and the Wasp 2? And I like the Wasp. I'm a Wasp fan. I love Evangeline Lilly. I like her as the character. The character is good, but I don't want to see him get kind of shoved aside, because it's if you want to make a Wasp movie, okay, I'm not going to complain about that at all. I would go see it. Absolutely. But this is Scott Lang's story. I want to, of course she's going to be involved in it, but I want to see it. I want to see him. I want to see his journey. How are they going to wrap this up? Now they're talking about him sticking around for, the foreseeable future because, well, let's be honest, Paul Rudd hasn't fucking aged since like 1987, I think. So I mean, he's good for another 40 or 50 years at least before he looks 40. I mean, so the thing with it, and now you've got Cassie Lang. They're going to start working her in because of the new Avengers thing. So or Young Avengers, I'm sorry,
daughter too.
Yep. Yeah. Kate Bishop, which is, we've got confirmed it's Haley Steinfeld. I have no problem with that casting. I liked her in Bumblebee. Actually, I loved her in Bumblebee. And I think Bumblebee was a great reset to the Transformers universe, which with everything I'm hearing now kind of frightens me. But yeah, there's so much stuff they can do with Marvel, and it bothers me to see that they kind of, shove some things aside. I really like the fact that they're interviewing Krasinski and Blunt for Reed Richards and Sue Storm. As Blurb almost takes his eye out there.
Although I personally felt that Blunt should have taken the Captain Marvel role than Brie Larson, just because I think she would have done a much better Carol, in my opinion.
Honestly, I wanted Katie Sackhoff, but she's a little bit old for the role, honestly. And she's not old. She's my age. She's like 40. But she's not old, but I guess for the role, for what they're doing, what they want to do with her, she is. Now they've got what's her name? Teyana Paris as Monica Rambeau, the grown daughter of Maria, that they're going to include her in WandaVision. So this to me, I mean, I don't know. Are they gonna reshuffle and kind of push Brie aside and move? Because that Monica Rambeau is the most. They're not going to. I know it's wishful thinking, but
you're such a wishful thinker.
I am. I'm optimistic about Brie Larson.
That's why you want that woman still. You think it's gonna be good, but it's not.
No, I think Javicia Leslie's got a dump truck ass, and I'm good with watching her in that suit.
But the show's gonna be a dump truck.
It is. The show's
gonna be fire.
It's going to be a dump truck dumpster fire. It's going to be horrible. But no, I'll still watch it. I know it's going to be terrible. But no, I think that they're going to work towards moving Monica into the spotlight a little bit, because that was the most popular iteration of the character. Was that like 1985 in the comics? I think it was when she was like Warbird or something. And she was the leader of the Avengers at that point. So
they'll have some of those runs.
Yep. So why not? Why not?
I think they're going to do somewhat of another buddy cop between those two.
You don't think that they're going to go with what I've been hearing is for the Captain Marvel sequel actually bring in Rogue?
I did hear that.
What's that? Did you hear that too?
I did hear that. But then that opened up, because I remember not staying on that topic for very long, because then that led into how are the mutants going to be introduced into you and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So we didn't stay on that topic, me and a buddy who was having this conversation. But yeah, I had heard that before. But it does still, that would mean so much about bringing in the mutants into the MCU.
I know.
Yeah, bringing in the X-Men. Oh, sorry, X people.
X people.
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
and some of them are Latinx people. But no, really. I would be. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with the mutants. And if I saw Rogue come in and do the deal like she did in the cartoon to Brie Larson. That's another thing. Who would you guys like to see play Rogue? I mean, that's a difficult recast.
That's a difficult recast.
The OnlyFans girl. The OnlyFans girl.
Pokimane.
No. What's her name? What's her name? My anti-Amber Heard.
Oh, the anti-Amber Heard. Wait.
Yeah, the OnlyFans chick.
Oh shit.
OnlyFans?
Yeah, she's that movie star who has no OnlyFans.
Bella Thorne.
Yes, she should be Rose.
Bella
She's
Thorne.
got one. She got to be she has to be a Southern bombshell, and you got to nail that Southern accent.
What is
you?
I just want to see Rogue on OnlyFans.
From Percy Jackson.
I've never seen it.
Oh, Alexandra Daddario.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Alexander Daddario for anything. Let's be honest.
A roll tide. As Jeff would say, that's a roll tide right there.
Zendaya, but what's Zentana? I think she should be Zentana in the DC universe.
Oh, Zatanna.
Zatanna's the one who's a magician. Has to say her spells back.
Oh no, sorry, Zatanna. I'm like, yes, okay. Sorry.
Anyway, you know who could be good but wouldn't work? Like, I know it wouldn't happen. Is Hayden Panettiere.
Oh shit! I forgot about her. She's like, what is she even? Well, she was on Nashville.
Yes,
she was on that show with
Nashville for a long time too.
I think I think that'd be good. I was all right with Anna Paquin in the Fox universe. I thought she was good. I did. I think she was good in it. I wouldn't mind them if they were like, hey, they offered the role to her again. I wouldn't complain. Oh, there he is. There he is. This dream is bad and you should feel bad. Love you, Sal. Love you, man. Hail Salvador, the Don of 2 cents toys, man. My brother.
Oh yeah.
He's always watching, even when you don't think so. He's always watching. He's always watching. How you doing, Sal? Sal, let me know if you want a link, bro. If you want in, I'll drop you a link. I'd be more than happy to throw you one. No, I think like recasting that for me, to recast Rogue, Daddario is a difficult one to like. I don't know. Honestly, and this might catch some heat, but if she hadn't already played MJ, honestly, I would say Zendaya. I would say Zendaya.
That's not MJ. Except one question. That's not MJ.
No,
I refuse to accept that.
No. Oh, Sal's got to work in the morning. All right, man. I just wanted to. I want to throw it out there, brother. I want to throw it out there. But
I'm sorry, man. That's not MJ.
No, that's the thing about her. And we were talking a little bit about comics earlier. And in a little bit, I bought this 3-pack today, and we'll open these up and see what's in the middle. It's like a Black Widow #1. I don't know. And I don't know. I picked it up at Walmart for like $7-8 for a 3-pack. I'm waiting for another Runaways and to be shoved in the middle of it again, or another Loki written by Daniel Kibblesmith. Yeah. The art in that book was decent, but the writing was bad. Here's Sal. Sal says Zendaya can play the role of my boo thing if she wants. She gets my vote running.
Chime in. I was wondering when he was going to chime in when her name got brought up.
I was baiting him. With that. But I honestly I would not mind seeing Zendaya as Rogue. I really wouldn't. But no, there's a lot of there's just thing is like I don't know like a lot of these young actresses that would could probably because you'd want to probably cast her a little bit younger. I'd say like what mid-20s to 30 because Brie Larson's about 31. Yeah. So you would want to probably stay because I think they're around the same age. I'm not sure, but you'd probably want to stay around there. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't have had that much of a she can bait me if she wants in the Idiocracy sense. Oh, Sal, you're priceless. No, I don't know. I'm anxious to see the X-Men come in, but I'm not, I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him like force. I don't want to see, what is it? Cyclops and Wolverine, in a, I'm sorry. I don't want to see that. Who is that?
No one wants to see that.
No, that was not, that's
Vern Hickman's.
Yeah. I said that was the Hickman one, wasn't it? Yeah. That doesn't need to happen, but no, man, just like, even if you don't use those mainline characters, bring in Storm. They're always talking about wanting diversity. You want a strong female, bring fucking Storm in. There, you have a black woman. I mean, she was Halle Berry played that role great. I think in the Fox universe, I think she played the role great. She was much better at that than she was Catwoman anyway. But seriously, I would bring Storm in.
I mean, if anything, if you want to bring back Alexandra Shipp, who played the young Storm in Apocalypse,
and I thought she did.
I think it'd be good.
Yes.
What about Idris Elba?
Why can't Michael B. Jordan play Storm?
No.
It's 2020. He can play whoever he wants. All he's got to do is say, "I identify as Storm."
This is the real question, though. And this seems to be a really big divide between the fandom. And I'm wondering what you three would be thinking. Do you want mutants to already be existing in the universe, or do you want some sort of event, maybe a House of M event or some sort of multiverse event, something to bring in or activate mutants within the universe?
It's hard to explain not trying to stop someone from wiping out half the universe. If you're just sitting like, why would Professor X sit there while Thanos is about to wipe not just Earth, but all life, animals? Why would Professor X? So it's really, really hard to explain that. But
no. Do the WandaVision go House, and also they tried that with Inhumans, and yeah, that didn't work so well, did it?
Yeah, no, it didn't. It did not. And I feel like if they wouldn't have done that, we probably would have seen it in the universe. So it was a good test run. You learned. Now, don't make that mistake again. I agree. I feel like something should happen.
Go House of M. Make it a House of M scenario where they could as a way to bring in mutants. So.
You need an event. You do. You need an event to bring him in. Could be like, to go back to Tony's point. Yeah, Professor Xavier, and he's not just going to sit there.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever.
No.
I actually had a theory for Infinity War that the Mind Stone, if Thanos ever got it and I don't know, smashed it or something or activated it, that it would like trigger something into like half of the population of humanity and trigger like their mutant gene or something.
Something like would happen, like the Reality Stone or something like that would just alter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or like, I don't know. I feel like WandaVision could work because she's powerful enough. But I mean the show, like her do something in the show to where the main overarching event that happens is that she goes crazy and then she messes with.
It creates a House of M.
Yep.
Exactly. And then that moves right into Doctor Strange's movie. That's what I think is going to
happen. I'm pretty sure that they're playing. Oh, was that? Sorry, Blurb. I'm pretty sure like she exists in a pocket dimension now in her show because she created her alternate reality to bring Vision back to life, and so they could have that. So that's not too far fetched of it's not really. It's a decent theory to say, but yeah, the event thing, because they wouldn't just be kind of hiding in plain sight unless, like Sal said, they were there the whole time. They were just wearing very convincing mustache disguises, so we didn't notice them. That's
because to end the teaser trailer where you see Charles Xavier, Cass Man, all they have is mustaches on.
Yep. Wolverine doesn't even have sideburns; he's just got a mustache.
That's who the bald guy was in Kentucky.
That was Wolverine. I lost my adamantium. What about Mr. Sinister? He's supposed. Well, I thought he was supposed to. Shit. No, it was Nightmare they were talking about in. Well, Nightmare was supposed to be involved. Was it Doctor Strange 2? I think.
I thought it was Mephisto.
Oh, Mephisto. That's right. I've heard so many things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing is that they give you all these rumors, continue to talk about it.
Yep. Wiccan and Speed. Yeah, Wiccan and Speed now exist in the video. Oh, here, Mr. Sinister, played by Bryan Cranston. I think we were talking about that the other night. Bryan Cranston should be Dr. Doom.
Oh, I'd be down for that.
Yeah,
I was gonna say about Mephisto. I'm like, please don't. I don't want to see a live action one more day. I don't want that, please.
But no, man. There's so much that could like be good. Like, they've got the production company is all set up for the Fantastic Four already. You've got it's Solve Everything Productions. If you go to the Productions Weekly website, you can see all the companies that start up and get names, and that was one of them, to Solve Anything, and that was Sal. This was Sal Monday night. He suggested Cranston for Dr. Doom and Aaron Paul for the Human Torch.
I'd be down.
Yeah,
I want to see Norm Macdonald play Dr. Doom.
Norm Macdonald. That would be fucking hilarious.
Norm Macdonald.
What do you say? I'm gonna blow some stuff up now. Where's my beer? Where's the juggies? No, Norm, that was like 30 years ago. Norm, there's no girls on trampolines anymore.
Speaking of which,
Hey,
with Fantastic Four, you can make it so that they were maybe lost in another dimension or something.
I thought
They've just been there for like decades upon decades. No one knew about it. And until they somehow like maybe a portal opened or something that allowed them to return back into the MCU since they've been lost.
I like the mustaches.
The mustache cinematic universe.
Yeah, look, hang on. Here we go. I got to put that on solo for a minute. There we go. Let's just all take.
Hey, boys. No touching, but you can stare all you want.
You can look, but you can't touch. You can stare, but you can't touch.
That's just like the strip club. Anyway, unless you pay for that, and you get what you pay for, though. Anyway, let's see. Wait, Sal, as I say, it happens while they're on the sword station. They're gonna do it. They're gonna
activate mutants, the mutant genes.
Yeah, is that what you're talking about, Sal? The mutant gene?
That we're just sitting here waiting. Here's the thing: we can talk about X-Men and Captain Marvel and all of that, all we want in the MCU. When are we going to see the microverse again in Ant-Man and the Wasp, and see Tron come to life in the MCU?
No. I was with you on the microverse thing, but until you said Tron, I was like, no, let's keep it two separate properties.
It could happen though because it's all Disney owned now. So I mean, it's all Disney everything.
I was like, no, I don't want a Disney Star Wars crossover. I don't want Kathleen Kennedy to put her hands on the MCU. But then again, I'm like, nah, we're done with the MCU, so you can go ahead with that.
I see Tron and Ant-Man team up.
They're fighting the race swapped Kang the Conqueror in the microverse. No, it's a miniverse.
Bring Ray into the MCU, have her defeat Thanos. I'm like,
Ray beats Palpatine and Thanos in the MCU.
And then Disney buys out Hasbro and they do a Micro Machines crossover in the microverse.
Is the Micro Machines guy still alive?
It would be great to see all those properties that Disney owned, including Disney, just implode in on itself. Just to be catastrophic. You're just like it all falls apart in the most catastrophic way imaginable.
Why isn't the Micro Machines guy doing movie trailers?
That's what I said, man. I think he's still alive. Oh shit, ladies and gentlemen. Darth Vader's disembodied charred phallus.
Oh my god.
Not for nothing. I've been tapped to play the Human Torch's dick. If you're not follow this account on Twitter.
Chris Evans or Michael B. Jordan, Darth Vader's disembodied charred phallus.
You got to follow this account on Twitter. It's gold. It is gold.
Can't say I've ever had the pleasure of that.
And also to superfan Adam Shawhan, I see you all the time on WCBS and High Council, so it's nice to meet you as well.
You were our brother, Phallus. We loved you.
Yeah. Phallus. No.
Can we get like a Kylo Ren disembodied char Phallus? Oh wait, that's with Ray. Never mind. Oh, wait,
look out! It's the Phallus.
Hashtag save the Phallus.
Oh God! So we have another topic I want to talk about here, and I watched the Critical Drinker talk about Die Hard this morning, and great fucking video. Hail the Critical Drinker, man. The guy's amazing. He is absolutely amazing. I love his work. Respect the hell out of him, and yeah. So we're gonna talk about this article from Bounding Into Comics. Charleze Theron. No, don't go to the Made to Pork website. No, this better not be pork porn. Charleze Theron campaigns for lesbian version of Die Hard. This from John F. Trent. This came out yesterday. Actress Charleze Theron, who recently appeared in Netflix's The Old Guard, took to Twitter to campaign for a lesbian version of Die Hard. The idea of a lesbian version of Die Hard was pitched by a Twitter user at Fosis on December 5th. They wrote, lesbian Christmas rom-coms are all well and good, but what I really want is a Die Hard where Charlize Theron goes on a rampage to save her wife. Are they still talking about Sean Penn? because lesbian, he kind of looks like an old lesbian that smokes like Pall Malls now. But anyway, lesbian Christmas rom-coms are all well and good, but what I really want to see is a Die Hard where Charlize Theron goes on a rampage to save her wife. Yeah, and here's the tweets that followed Charlize Theron. Where do I sign? That's going to be a big no from me on that. I mean,
oh, good, because it's a big freaking screaming yes for me.
Are you done with the article?
Let's see. Wait, it says Theron made last year headlines. Oh yeah, this is great. God damn, this thing jumps around. Hang on a second here. Let me get up to this. I want to find it. Was she declared? What did she say? Like, I'm trying this fucking website. Stop! Holy shit! Jesus, I need Jesus. Help me, Rhonda. Okay, I'm done with the article. Screw you. I'm not screen sharing this anymore.
So ETEP, you said that was a big no for you.
It's
Nerdy
a no for
Blurb,
me.
you said that's a big yes for you. Tony, what is that? I guess not. So for me, that is a let me say this. Let me say this, headphone users. Go fuck yourself, Charlize Theron, from me. I hate this. I honestly despise this actress at this point. You I was willing to let it go until she came out. I think it was like last year, saying that she loves her. I don't want to get political. I hate getting political, period. But she came out saying that she loved her Republican friends, and it came out as basically a backhanded insult.
Yeah. Yep. And she's going
so full of crap. I'm sorry.
She's going into the gender identity stuff with her kids, and it's like your kid tomorrow will think it's a unicorn or something. You can't, but
I look to you as very hot. Okay. I used to be hot.
I loved her in Atomic Blonde, man. That movie was badass. Fallon, you have gasoline and matches. And Fallon is a woman, and she's saying this. That's what I love about Fallon. It's like I want that female perspective. But no, I don't want to see. If you want to make a movie about Charlize Theron being a lesbian and having to save her wife, cool.
Make it its own thing. Make it its own thing.
Make a movie. Let it stand on its own merit. Let it have legs.
Why
of its
do you
own
have
volition.
to do this to Die Hard?
Yeah, just don't Ghostbusters 2016 it. Don't Ocean's 8 it. You don't need to do it. It's not a winning formula. It's not. How many times? Look at Terminator Dark Fate. Jesus, we're still talking about that shit show of a movie.
Hey, come on. Hey, ETEP, come on, man. That's Dion's favorite film. Come on.
Ryan, go ahead, man, because you said yes on this. I want to hear your side.
I want to hear it. Let's hear it.
Go ahead,
Okay.
man.
So, like, from what I understand, it just Charlize Theron is she's down for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's not saying lead, like, star me in the role, I'll direct it, I'll produce it, I'll write it, and everything as long as I can play. No, that's not what's being said here.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that article is just clickbait, rage hate for people like you, ETEP, where you see it and you're like, I hate this so much, like of course we do, because none of those words work together. Die Hard, lesbian, Charlize Theron, none of it works. But I feel like Hollywood is smarter than we give them credit for. And I thought this through when you sent us what we're going to talk about. And I first thought, okay, that is like, it sounds like a hot mess. But that's only because it was written like a hot mess. Mm-hmm. What's wrong with having a strong female lead who just so happens to be lesbian? It's not like it's Die Hard where she has to climb up a vagina and like blow it up in the end before a helicopter dildo comes in. It's nothing like that.
That would be entertaining.
Just like, that's what I feel like. Words. That's the image that comes into their mind. All right, for a second. I'm surrounded by amateurs.
You kind of make me want to see that now.
I know. Now I'm like, fucking, just do it.
Just open your mind.
Just go ridiculous. Just go over the top with it.
Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
I feel like I agree with you, Etep. Them, like even Margot Robbie saying we need to make a Pirates of the Caribbean spin-off female movie. No, just make a movie for its own. But the only person in Die Hard we haven't really seen very much from is John McClane's daughter, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, could just all of a sudden dyke it up hardcore and like have to save her dad from a burning like German rest home or whatever.
I will happily watch that movie if it's his daughter as Ramona Flowers putting that in doing that.
I don't know. I feel like within the culture that we have in Hollywood, yes, Dark Fate, I didn't see it, but there's a reason for that, and it didn't have to do with anything female.
No, it's just a bad movie.
Sometimes you need to stop. Sometimes you just need to stop with some franchises. Die Hard, in my opinion, is not one of those franchises. It can do whatever they want. Freaking!
It's just.
Have you seen Die Hard 2? Have you seen Die Hard 5 or 4?
I quit after 3.
First off, A Good Day to Die Hard. I've heard it was bad, but I found Live Free or Die Hard to be an absolute guilty pleasure of mine.
Dude, I love that movie.
I've never watched one past the third one. I haven't.
Oh man, the fourth is absolutely worth it.
I never did.
Well, I'm saying you should.
I will. I'll check it out. Absolutely. I finally finished Suicide Squad after 4 years last night. 4 years to finish that movie.
It's like you could only watch a couple minutes of it and then just go back, watch a couple minutes.
I forgot where I was.
I feel like they're being I feel like the only way it would work for me is to bring in John McClane's daughter, bring in Mary Elizabeth Winstead. A lot of people I understand don't like her. I just so happen to like her. And I feel like her being a lesbian has nothing to do with me enjoying the movie. No. So go for it. Like, I feel like, not to mention it fits her character. I feel like if you, dude, Etep, this is why you don't get it, because she's in the fourth one. Okay. Now that I think of it, she's not in the third or the second.
I was gonna say, when you brought up Mary Elizabeth, I was like, wait, where did she come into this at? Because I haven't seen, I haven't seen it.
So yeah, she's in the fourth one, and like, not like a spoiler alert or anything, but like, she doesn't have the best relationship with her father, and eventually gets kidnapped. Blah blah blah. And she's kind of like BA, and I feel like she like could hold up a whole movie, like her own.
I like what Fallon says. Make her a villain. Make their own the villain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, make it so that they have a complicated relationship.
Yeah.
So it's like, so Winstead's ex-girlfriend Theron wants to take over the New York Stock Exchange, and then she has to get her dad out of retirement, out of Shady Acres, and then they go together. Dude, I'd be down. I don't know. I feel like Die Hard is a franchise you can do it with. There's not very many franchises that should continue to go on. This is my definition. You asked me why. This is why. Die Hard is something that you can always do something with, and it would still be okay. The fifth one sucks balls. And
is that the one with Justin Long?
Yes, Live Free or Die Hard was the fourth one with Justin Long.
All right, I need to watch the
Maggie Q
4 and 5. Oh my god. Okay, Maggie Q. I'm in love with her. She was on that show Stalker. If anybody remembers that cop show Stalker with her and Dylan McDermott.
I do not.
It was good. It was good, and she's a kick-ass actress. I do remember seeing a little bit of that fifth one though, because she's got some awesome fight sequences in that. So I do remember seeing that.
Just let's can we just retcon Jack Courtney? He can't act.
Yeah, so Jack Courtney's in number 5, right? He's the son.
Yes, he's the fifth one. Yep, he's the son.
So number 4, ETEP is Live Free
Die Hard. That's the one with Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Justin Long, and Maggie Q.
So I have to check that one out. Then that'll be.
It's cool. It's cool because
it's ridiculous and over the top, but it does put a smile on your face. You can't help it just how over the top stupid it gets.
It's great. And Die Hard is a franchise that should have a lesbian in it, and it doesn't.
Oh, I can't. Theron is the villain because her girlfriend left her for the heroine of the movie, and she wanted back her flannel shirts and autographed Rosie O'Donnell photo.
See, if we all just put our heads together, we can write a better.
Holy shit! Just make it over the top. Just go over the top with it. That's gonna end up being entertaining. I'd be like, let's go. You changed my mind, Nerdy Blurb. Yes, let's go for it. Let's make it over the top.
Fuck it.
Okay.
Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go.
That we can. I think we can. That's a tune we can all dance to.
That'll be our homework for tonight. Just like it's ridiculous lesbian Die Hard film.
I would want it to them own it too, and so like all the one-line puns should all be lesbian related.
Oh God, yeah.
I can't think of any though. So use your own imagination.
It'd be so stupid. It's brilliant. I really
for Die Hard. Yes, Fallon. Yes, Fast and the Furious levels of ridiculousness with Die Hard. And Bruce. We need old man Bruce Willis. Old man Bruce Willis to one time be like, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!"
We need Reginald Del Johnson to come back.
Oh, he's dead.
No, he's not.
He dead? I thought he died.
He's still alive. Yeah, he's still here.
Okay,
he's fake anything nowadays.
I was gonna say they could deep fake. They could deep fake him. Can we? What is the limo driver's name? Argyle. His name.
Argyle.
We need to bring Argyle back too. Why not? Oh God, there's Sal right there. Yippee-ki-yay, carpet muncher.
I dig it.
Brilliant.
She's wearing a plaid flannel with the sleeves cut off and Doc Martens. Yippee-ki-yay, carpet muncher. That would be fucking perfect. It would be perfect. And that's is Tony back yet? Oh, he's still out. All right. So
Nakatomi Plaza's Beaver Plaza.
It's Emmett Otter and the Jug Band Beaver Gang. Anyway, that's an 80s series. We won't talk about Emmett Otter and the Jug Band Beavers. All right, let's pop over here to the Jello. Let's pop over here to a Jello Porta Pops. No, we'll go over here to CBR.com. Rumor: Star Wars High Republic animated series in development.
Oh,
now,
God.
Like I said, rumor. I just want to talk about this because the concept of the High Republic has been redrawn by a lot of people. Mac, did you redraw these too?
No. You're thinking. No, you are thinking of Stephen Wayne, the Phantom Menace illustrator.
I couldn't remember. Okay, I couldn't remember who because I know a bunch of people.
No, it was Steve. Yeah, I think the biggest one was the most notable one was Stephen Wayne, who did who's noted for doing all those redesigns. And
because these characters look bad. They look bad. And what my whole beef with this New Republic is not the fact that they made a woman the most powerful Jedi. I could care less about that. I just care less that this is the time frame when Yoda is at his most powerful. And now they're saying that Avar Kriss is the shining light of the Jedi when Yoda is like in his prime.
Oh, Etep, can you read Brutal Morningwood's comment, please?
Absolutely. Hang on a second. Let me stop the screen share here. Pop over. Where's Brutal Morningwood? I got one better. She's got to crawl through Aubrey Plaza.
I feel like people are just proving my point.
Yes.
Because it's brilliant. Because you turned us around. You're like,
and this Nerdy Blurb's got to take off, man. He's got a jet.
Okay. Hail Nerdy Blurb.
Hey, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you for coming on. And congratulations on hitting the 1,000 mark and on how well Nostalgia Wars has been doing. And I'm going to say this again. And Sal and I tweeted this a while ago, and I'll tweet this again. Nerdy Blurb needs to be on the High Council one night.
Where your how's your watch hours?
How's my watch hours? I don't wear one.
No. In terms of your watch hours.
I can go check
YouTube.
My lives. I mean, I don't know. I don't do. Here's the thing. I'm not really into like the whole like grow on YouTube. I just want to make stuff my own.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm
Hell
just saying. 4,000.
yes.
I'm just saying. Get to 4,000. You know, get monetized. You know, get super chats and such.
Yeah, I think I'm surpassed that. I think I'm
Okay.
I would bet you are. So before you got to go, brother, I don't want to keep you because I know you got your family stuff to do. Tell the folks one more time where they can find you, and either Tony or Sal, can you throw his link up in the chat, please? His link is in the description to the video. Ryan, take it away.
All right. Just want to say thank you so much for letting me be here. If you want to find me, I'm here every now and then. But you can check me out on Nerdy Blurb TV, which is on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. And I try to keep on those. We are trying to change YouTube as we know it to make it more interactive so that you as a viewer can feel like you are participating in the hottest trivia game show on the internet, which is Nostalgia Wars. Be a part of the Fantasy League, fill out your bracket, win prizes, and answer along in real time with our developing app so that you can also get bragging rights over the competition, those on the TV screen and in your household. So check it out. Nerdy Blurb TV signing out.
Hey man, thank you for being here, brother. And let's not wait this long again before I get you back on. I know you're a busy man. I know. I appreciate your time, brother. I really do. Thank you, Ryan.
I will say this though: after episode 1 of Nostalgia Wars, we had somebody reach out to us and said that they want to sponsor the show in creating the development of the
That's
app.
awesome, man.
Yes,
That's awesome.
That rocks.
If you guys want to be a part of it, tune in because hopefully we drop the next episode very soon.
Excellent.
Now that my brother and his wife are back from the hospital with the baby. So, thank you.
You're
So
welcome,
many
brother.
Good things, man.
Thanks
so
for
many
coming
good
on,
things.
man.
It's nice to meet you too. I don't know how to say your name, so.
Oh,
Thank
next to me here, Makini.
Makini, nice to meet you, bro.
Very nice to meet you, sir.
Tony, always good to see you. Anyway, bye.
Mr. Blurb. I just want to say real quick, congratulations on 1,000 as well. And I agree with you, brother. It's all about the art and the creation. Man. It was a pleasure streaming with you tonight.
Thank you. Always great to be here. ETAP, I'll see you in the funny pages.
Absolutely, brother. That's where I live. Peace, man. So we've got he just I was like, he just left himself on the stream and just got up and walked away. So instead of talking about the High Republic, I'm going to depress everybody by opening up these comics here. And we're going to take a look and see what I got in the middle of this.
Wait. So that's more depressing than the High Republic?
Oh, I'm sure it will be once I see what book they shoved in the middle of these because they blocked the back up.
Are you saying that diversity in dinosaurs on a chalkboard is more uplifting than what you're about to show us?
Let's not focus so much on war and let's focus on dinosaurs and diversity in Star Wars. Okay, so here I'm gonna go. Let me know if I start roboting because Tony, last time I was on solo, it kind of roboted. You said at the end of the show, so I'm gonna turn that light down so we can kind of see this right here. There's the Black Widow cover. That's Thompson, Casagrade, and Belair. Let's see.
Hold on a second.
Let's see.
Is Carlos Gomez on this one?
As one of the writers or
one of the artists?
Nick Spencer, Guillermo Santa. That's Spider-Man. I don't see his name. I don't see Carlos Gomez on this one. No. Nope. So we got Black Widow here. We got that one.
It's good. It's good. Kelly Thompson's been doing pretty good so far.
Okay, so that's
what I've been hearing. Yeah.
And in the middle was the Immortal Hulk.
Okay.
Let's see. This is Ewing, Riley, Bergara, and O'Halloran. This is number 28 in this series here. Oh yeah, this comic was great. The Freshman, the Axe commercials. Yay!
We're still doing that.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So we got the Immortal Hulk. This is kind of. Oh God, this is Donny Cates though. I open up to that Thor. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big Donny Cates. Not a big Donny Cates fan.
That's fair. That's fair. He's definitely did his share of things.
Yeah. Oh, wait, we got it. Let me acknowledge my man Paulie.
Paulie,
Slant. What's up, brother? He says the place to be review, stopping by to hit the like, give props. I will be over on Paulie's channel tomorrow. 3:30 Pacific time for his stream. I'll be popping in there to kind of say hi. Hey, Paulie, I promise you I'll wear something sharp tomorrow for you, man. I won't be wearing a hoodie and a beanie tomorrow. It's your holiday party. I'll dress. I'll wear something nice, man. Thank you for stopping in. And the last, but oh God, oh no, the last one is an X-Men.
Oh, it's Hickman's run.
I don't. Is it? Let's see. This is it's a Venom Island variant. Let's see who's. I don't know who's behind this one. I have to look here. Not bad. I mean, I'm just kind of waiting to see Cyclops. Just Wolverine. I'm terrified of that. Gene's telling Gene.
I'm like that three-way. I was just like, excuse me.
Gene tells Scott, hey, go over there and go. No. Yeah, this is Jonathan Hickman. There's two U's, and Barreto is color artist, letters, Clayton Cowles. This is one of the newest X-Men comics I've got. I've basically I've only got a few old ones, but so that's what I bought today for $8. It was like $8 at Walmart.
Okay, so they didn't sneak in anything this time. They didn't.
No. Like I said, the last two times I've got stuck with shite in the middle. Like the one, it was the Kibble Smith Loki book, and then before that it was Marvel's Runaways, which is it was fucking terrible. And I think, did they make a TV show out of that too?
Yes, they did. It was on Hulu. I think it was on Hulu along with Cloak and Dagger.
See, I never watched Cloak and Dagger either. The only Cloak and Dagger I recognize is a movie from the 80s with Dabney Coleman. So that's the only one I recognize. I've never seen the show, so never watched it.
Comics.
All right, you guys twisted my arm. We're going to talk about the fucking High Republic.
Oh God. You were just trying to get us. You were trying to take our mind off of.
I honey dicked you a little bit. I honey dicked it. I was like, we're gonna go to no, we're gonna go back over here and we're gonna fucking look at this thing. You're gonna suffer through this shit show with
Steven
me
for this. Where's Steven? How dare you make me do this alone?
Rumor: the Star Wars High Republic animated series in development. A new rumor suggests Lucasfilm is currently developing an animated series inspired by the upcoming publishing initiative, the Star Wars High Republic. Ooh. An animated series inspired by Lucasfilm's Star Wars The High Republic is rumored to be in development. According to Cinelink, what was originally announced as strictly a publishing initiative has since been described as a multimedia project with an animated series. Yes.
You need to put this in the Rogue Entertainment chat on Twitter. I'm just give it to him. Maybe we can talk about it on Saturday as well. Because I need to. Yeah.
With
just a powerful Saturday.
With an animated series being its first major leap into other mediums. and already fucked the High Republic because they're going to cuck Yoda out. I mean, I don't want to be like everything like, oh, I hate this, I hate that. But I mean,
I know I do either, but y'all ain't giving us. I mean,
no.
Who can say you ain't giving us much to work with? Come on.
No, man.
Hey, it's not baby Yoda. It's young Yoda.
It's young Grogu.
It's young yogurt.
Gurgle.
It's gurgle. It's gurgle on these. Oh, God. The High Republic takes place 200 years before the Skywalker saga in the golden age of the Republic. Claudia Gray, Justina Ireland, Danielle Jose Older, Cavan Scott, and Charles Soule are all attached to the project, which crosses between Disney Lucasfilms Press, IDW Publishing, and Marvel Comics.
So didn't he say they didn't see a Sith in like 1,000 years in the Phantom Menace?
Yeah,
yes.
Before the Phantom Menace. Yeah,
so like, what the fuck are they gonna do in this? Like,
and is it Yoda speaks? Okay.
Well, is it going to be one of those like, well, Kylo Ren wasn't a Sith, like things? It's like, okay, but he's everything except the label.
Yep.
Just here's my question: just why does it have to be the Skywalker saga? Why? Why can't it be its own thing? I mean, that's what the EU is for. I mean, I'm just saying, guys, come on.
Exactly. I feel you.
Fallon says Youngling Yoda. Is that Yingling Yoda like the beer? I saw Anakin
Yoda.
killing Yinglings.
Anakin gonna kill him too.
Anakin comes out of nowhere. He's like fucking Randy Orton with an RKO. Fucking slices up Grogu. You get Jim Ross. Out of good God, King. That baby Yoda has a family.
I mean, wouldn't 200 years before the Skywalker saga, that wouldn't be young Yoda?
No.
Even if they age slower, it would be well past middle-aged Yoda.
Yeah. Well, he's still going to be at his most powerful at this point, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Yoda's still at his most powerful here, and they already said that Jedi Avar Chris is like the shining light of the Jedi.
Avar.
Yeah, the bestest ever.
But like, what are they supposed? Like, are they just going to go after bounty hunters or?
God. Well, there's
diversity in dinosaurs. Okay,
diversity in dinosaurs and not war. Okay, we're gonna focus less on war and more on dinosaurs.
Maybe they could prevent like Dark Force users from becoming Sith. I don't know.
Star Wars: The High Republic features the Jedi as we've always wanted to see them. They're operating under. They're painting with a pretty broad brush there. As true guardians of peace and justice, this is a hopeful, optimistic time. Why the fuck would we want to see that then? When the Jedi and the Galactic Republic are at their height. But of course, into this glorious new era, something wicked this way comes. Lucasfilm publishing creative director Michael Siglin said,
I thought you said it was Lucasfilm that was something troubling this way.
Yeah, they are the wicked thing that comes this way. This initiative will give readers young and old a new corner of the galaxy to explore through rich, meaningful stories. Plus, readers will learn what scares the Jedi. Holy
what?
shit.
You know, we had Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
And the Old Republic, they all take place before, episode 1. I'm just saying, guys, they seem to kind of do better.
Okay. I heard Tim Pool last night. He described Joe Rogan's appeal as when you listen to the Joe Rogan show, you're discovering with Joe, and that's kind of the appeal. You're learning with him, and that's creates a bond, that's entertaining. Okay. What this is all of us that have known about this shit, we're watching the people in charge of Star Wars learn about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Through trial and error, when all the information is right there in front of them. If they would pick up a book or watch a movie, oh
my God, I could see so many things coming out of this. Just like more material for just like everybody to talk about and such, and especially for our big EU fans and such. Just like this is. I don't.
Max at a loss for words.
Yeah, it's just like, what are you guys doing? Just what are you guys doing anymore? Like, I don't even. Nothing matters anymore. That's what it feels like. Nothing matters anymore.
That's it. This has become a Metallica song. Nothing else. Nothing really, or nothing else matters. Seriously, it is. It's pathetic though. I mean, you've got these weird people. These people are weird that are in this writer's room. I mean, we've all seen the video
of Pablo Hidalgo.
That's it. Pablo Hidalgo is an amorphous fucking blob that wears glasses. I mean, he's almost as bad as movie Blob, but not quite. But seriously, fuck movie Bob. He blocked me. Fuck him. Him and Pablo have got me blocked on Twitter for some fucking reason.
But still, man, I think this is a bit of a stretch. I just think.
Well, it's a bit of a stretch every time movie Blob tries to put pants on that aren't elastic either. But I mean, he fights that battle daily, I'm sure.
I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna be a cement.
Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna be a cement mason, shouldn't you know how to build a fucking wall?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like, would we? Why do we deal with this in our entertainment? Would we hire a car salesman to do open heart surgery or something. Like, these people don't belong where they're at, and they don't know their craft. It's just as simple as that. It's as simple as that. They don't know their craft. It's not even that they don't know Star Wars. It's they don't know how to tell a story.
Yeah, and it just they don't respect. It's more than just not knowing their craft. It's just they don't respect their craft.
That's it. That's spot on. They don't respect their craft, but they don't respect their audience either. Brutal Morningwood said right on to your last point, Tony.
Sweet.
But yeah, they don't respect the audience at all. It's like they just think they can keep just force feeding you shit, and you're just gonna. It's like a restaurant. You know, you go in there and you order, you know, filet mignon or whatever. You know, they come back with fucking a Spam burger, and you're like, I ordered filet mignon. No. This is what you want. This is what we're gonna give
our
you.
filet mignon.
That's our That's our version of it. And it's like, that's not filet mignon. That's fucking Spam. Literally, that was seal packed in a can that looks like tuna with gelatin in it. I know what that is. That's like the fucking runoff from the fucking slaughterhouse. You just try to serve up. And actually, Spam potatoes ain't bad, but I ate that as a kid. But anyway, that's another story. But no, they don't respect their craft. They don't respect their audience. And then, but what's even worse is their bosses allow this to continue. They see what's going on, you know, because you know these people they're aware of the social media like Twitter and stuff like that. And that's where these weirdos are the most active, is on Twitter, because they can literally reach out and talk right to the fans and tell them that, you know, that they're bootlickers and all that.
It's folds of isms and all that such.
Yep. And, you know, espouse their vitriol and then recoil and play victim when somebody calls them out on their bullshit, which seems to be happening just more and more now. Is, you know, people call them out and they just, oh my God, you're a bunch of fucking, you're, like you said, Mac, you're a bunch of istophobes. Blah, 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 blah. We're the victims here. We're getting attacked daily. And then there's no proof of that. You know, like I said about Leticia Wright leaving social media because of the video she shared and the supposed ties to transphobia. So she was, you know, being canceled. So she left social media. Now watch, in 2 years when Black Panther 2 comes out, the headlines are going to read, Leticia Wright forced off social media by toxic male fans, or something along those lines. Watch. It's not going to be because the weirdo blue check marks on Twitter. It's going to be toxic male fans. That's exactly how they're going to paint it. It's going to be Kelly Marie Tran all over again. How they spun that was it Vanity Fair article about her?
They spun that like a DJ. Just
that was definitely the remix. It was, it was bad. And like I said, but their bosses keep letting them do it. They keep letting them do it. There's one restaurant that I know of in this country, you know, the one chain of restaurants where you go there and you pay the staff basically to berate you and be mean to you. Or, you know, like me, you just, you know, hook up one of those dominatrixes and just pay them to spit on you and call you dirt and, you know, slap your arm a little bit. But anyway, that's my proclivities are well known anyway, so it's all right.
Do you mind me saying, like, just bringing it back to this? It's like, if you want to indoctrinate me in your propaganda, do it with some style. It reminds me of the South Park with the Broadway musicals, and they're trying to tell Randy Marsh, like, look, you can put these messages in the play, but have some fucking subtext. Have a little grace about it, but, you know, weave a little bit of story in there. And we've got a bunch of Randy Marshes in Hollywood.
Oh no.
Let the audience, you know, figure it out. Let the audience kind of, you know, figure things out, and, you know, leave them wondering themselves, you know?
Yep.
Trust in your audience. Don't think your audience is stupid. Don't think your audience is stupid.
The best part of fandom, in my opinion, is debating and discussing the lore with other fans and with the community. And I mean, I agree. Like, give us that.
Yeah. That's it. They won't, because that requires skill, and, you know, they don't have that.
You know, I'm thinking back to, you know, one of my favorite cartoons of all time, Batman the Animated Series, and one of the greatest things about that cartoon was that although it was intended for kids, it treated its audience with as more mature to be able to handle those kind of topics, to handle those kind of storylines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they put
It never felt like it dumbed it down.
Yep. Because they have faith in their audience. I mean,
yeah, they have faith.
I look at cartoons from like the 1980s and see the references in them. Like literally, I was watching one of the classic episodes of Muppet Babies from the early 80s that I used to watch when I was a little kid the other day. And there's references to the movie. What is it, like the African Queen? They reference Lawrence of Arabia in a Saturday morning cartoon.
It showed how clever. It showed how clever they were as writers and how even they were smart with their material.
Yep.
SpongeBob SquarePants does a better job of telling a story to kids while keeping the adults entertained and putting in references for the adults than the sequel trilogy did.
I mean, look back at Clone Wars. You had plenty of just serious moments. You had plenty of death in Clone Wars, and they never held back on it.
No, I just started watching that again. Actually, I'm up to episode, I want to say it's episode 10 of season 4. We were talking about this on Monday a little bit. I alluded to it in our discussion about Dave Filoni because I am at the section where General Krell is taking over Anakin's the 501st, and Rex kind of stood up to Krell because he didn't like the way he was treating the clones, kind of like they're just expendable. So I'm right there in that arc, and it's good. I haven't watched it in a couple of years, so it's kind of nice to get back into it again. I still got to get Tony to. Tony, did you said, I can't remember. You haven't watched The Rise of Skywalker yet, have you?
No.
We'll do that on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
We'll watch that New Year's Eve.
We'll set it up.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Death Star explodes again, but we'll set up something to go off at midnight. I don't know.
I'm just
the
gonna ask you
Raylo
right now.
kiss.
I'm just gonna say this right now. If you do watch Rise of Skywalker for New Year's Eve stream, don't send me an invite. Please don't. I have refused to see that film.
No,
I refuse to see Solo.
I want to set it up to where Raylo kiss right at midnight, just perfectly.
We'll have to time it out.
It's perfect. You have to pause or wait a few seconds for the ball drops.
Look, Raylo's dropping.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh,
the fourth is surrounding me.
Look, granddaughter, hurry up. I need to get inside of you.
I can feel it binding to me.
The force binds us. The force is in everything. Surrounds us, it does. Yes, and I'm going to penetrate my granddaughter with force lightning. Watch. Grampy Palps, you got problems, man. I do not.
I don't know if you're taking that Viagra or something or whatever, but
they should have went.
Medical. Go ahead, Tony.
I'm sorry. No,
go ahead.
Medical advancements on Exegol are quite ahead of Coruscant.
They should have went with the Futurama explanation for Rey, like something like young Palpatine went back and slept with his grandma or something, and that explains why Rey's like autistically strong with the Force. I don't know.
Oh wait, I want to answer this. Fallon, did you hear about Filoni claiming Ruin Johnson taught him everything? Yes, we talked. Yeah, we talked about that Monday night. We covered the Bounding into Comics article, and knowing that Filoni was like we said, and yeah, just Jesus, dude, why would you? Is that Filoni had the fans at one point on his side, and it's like, do you really want to come out and say that, hey, Ryan Johnson taught me all this stuff, guys? I don't know why I sound like Ryan Johnson because it's my nut hugger genes, but oh Jesus,
you do not have the voice to be a cowboy.
Yeah, he's not a cowboy.
Don't ask me to explain what I say, please. I don't know, Fallon.
It's just, I know we're going off tangent here, but
No, it's okay. It's all right. This is the go home anyway. I wanted to answer Fallon's question for our last bit of business for the night. I don't trust Dave Filoni. I don't. I don't.
You heard what I said last night after TR4. There's like, listen, what you didn't actually. So,
No.
I just don't trust Filoni. I'm with you. I just don't trust Filoni. I don't like Filoni. After that conference that he, after that was that women's conference speech that he did, I was just like, I can't trust Filoni. And plus, I feel like with him keeping Ahsoka alive, I feel like that messes up continuity a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because with her just being appearing all over the place, I'm like, I don't know that.
Well, yeah, you can't do that. You can't just pick and choose where you're going to insert your. She's like his pet, basically. That's what it is. Ahsoka's his pet. He created her. She's got to be in everything. And I mean, she's at the base of this. She's in the bottom of the statue from Lost. Actually, she's down in there with Jacob. Ben Linus hadn't killed her yet, but no, she.
I think she's backstage, man.
I better put Ahsoka on the stream. Hang on. Yeah, shit. I got Ashley Eckstein back there. Actually, she's under the desk. Never mind. Did I say that? Oh, but no, I don't. I was never a big Ahsoka Tano fan from going back to the Clone Wars. What I did see at the beginning of the show. There's a few episodes where I really liked her in. Like I said, where they were she was with the other Padawans fighting against the Transdojans. They were kind of hunting them. I like that. I like that episode. I thought it was very well done. She's had her spots. I can't speak to Rebels because I've never seen Rebels more than clips on YouTube or whatever. That'd be more. I don't know if you've watched it, Mac. I know Tony has.
I've watched a few clips, especially the clips with her fighting Vader, and I still think that she should have either been killed off during Order 66 or been killed off or not survived her fight with Vader. That's just how I see it.
She didn't, and then they backtracked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got this way of kind of just shoehorning her in. And now she's going to get her own TV show, so it's like, how far can that go? Like what are you going to do there? Are you really going to? I don't know, because the way these shows fall, timeline wise, where can you go with it?
Mm-hmm.
Without making her involved in the mainline story events. There's only so much side shit you can do to her that's going to be relevant and make people want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, there's always so much you can do before you really start altering what happens in the OT.
Mm-hmm. That's it, because you're going to get to that point where the continuity catches up. You catch up to yourself. So it's like, what the hell, because then you'll be into the episode 4, 5, 6.
Yeah,
and you can't go back and fucking do that. That's what they're trying to do with that stupid, a certain point of gay book. It doesn't. You can't do it. You can't do it.
Oh, The Empire Strikes Back from a certain point of view.
Yeah, Steven says a certain point of gay.
Which is like,
yeah. They've got 40 authors writing one fucking book.
40 authors, you can't write a fucking book. And the one you highlight is somebody who's jealous of Han Solo because he's handsome or something like that. I'm like, are you?
They have no idea what they're doing over there, man.
I'm just like, okay, whoever came up with this and whoever came up with those stories, y'all need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all need to go.
They don't know what they're doing. They have no fucking clue. Oh shit, dude. But this is I think this is a good spot to take it home. We're right at the 2-hour mark. I'll start with you, Tony. What do you got going on the rest of the week, bro?
The Clown World review is autistically strong. And before I catch any flack, all right, my nephew's quarter autistic, which makes me half. Okay. The Clown World review is like a diaper rash during sex. It's like being chased all alone through the woods by Jason Voorhees, and you're running and your feet are all bloody and you're stumbling and you don't think you're going to make it. And finally, there's a silhouette in the horizon right above, and it's a cowboy, a rough wrangling cowboy, and you're like, I'm saved. And you're like, sir, help. And you get up close and it's Dave fucking Filoni. That's the Clown World Review. So come subscribe, and we'll see you there. And all right, okay, it's been a little inactive over there lately. I've been working really hard on a review, and it's coming soon. Thank you.
You got to follow that one, Mac.
I'm waiting for something to pop up just so I can use it, but no, you know what? No, we'll do it this way. I really can't follow up much, but we thank you all for stopping by. And my name is Machiny90. I am the Inquisitor, one of the artists of the Fourth Wave, one of the many mods of the Fourth Wave. And I'm just happy to be here. Thank you, ETEP. I'm happy to have you on by. You can find me on my own YouTube channel where I do weekly time lapses. Weekly draw streams every Wednesday and Sunday. And here's what I got going on. If I can send this up in the chat, thank you. I'll put ETEP back. Whoa! That's not how I wanted to, Anyway. We can zoom in my photo for a second. So we are on high right now with the release of Cyberpunk 2077, and I'm putting just a special art stream. Doing a series of art streams together. We're just putting my own character in the game, and we're so happy to be a part of this. I'm going to continue this on Sunday once the game comes out, because I'm going to try to recreate this girl right here in game, and can't wait to show it to you guys. But yeah, we just it's the 8-year wait has been upon us, and I'm happy to see it happen. And I'm going to be all in tomorrow, and I'm going to put this on my Teespring store as a shirt as well. So, but yeah,
hell yeah, man! Thanks for coming on, brother. I appreciate it. And I guess that leaves little old me then, I suppose. I'm ETEP Okuyan. I haven't done any single release videos this week because I haven't had time. I want to get you guys at least one by this weekend. I will be tomorrow on Latino Slants channel, 3:30 Pacific time is when that stream starts. It's this Christmas extravaganza. You can find me over there I'll probably stay around for about a half hour, 45 minutes. As long as Paulie will let me hang out, I'll hang out with him. Friday night, right back here, 7 p.m. Eastern with Tony ToneDef. And our guest this week, Phoenix Animation for Fandom Menace Friday Night Live. We're going to spotlight his projects and what he's got, what Phoenix Animation has got going on. Then Saturday, I'm streaming on Saturday. You can catch me over on Echo Base Network with Nick and Coach. Nick Glenn from Echo Base was on Monday night show. Good friend of the program. I've been trying to get Coach on. Schedules are very difficult, so they were gracious enough to invite me over Saturday night. So we'll be talking, I'm sure, some Mando and some more Star Wars over there. We're going to review Mandalorian here Friday night on Fandom Menace Friday Night Live. It's one thing we always do is I use the Friday night stream. It's kind of like a backdoor Mandalorian review session for me and Tony. So we'll be doing that as well with our guest. So hey, there's Nick Glenn. He's in the chat right now. Hail, brother. Yes, I will see you Saturday, sir. I'm excited to make my debut over Echo Base Network. Like I said, man, Nick's been on the show. He's been gracious enough to come on the show a handful of times, and I appreciate it. I appreciate my guest tonight, Nerdy Blurb, man. He did the channel art for me. Blurb is a hell of a great guy, and go over and subscribe to him. Subscribe to Machiny90 and Clown World Review. All these great channels. Subscribe to Echo Base Network. And hey, I was at 426 Monday night at the end of the show. I bounced back to 422. Now I'm at 423. I want 500 by the end of the year. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna agree. If you're not subbed, please subscribe. And for those of you watching this in the future, subscribe. Hit that. It's free. It's free. I'm not asking you for anything except push the button. Just do it. Just push the button for me. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I have been ETEP Okuyan of the Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of yous. And remember, if I don't see you, have a great day and a pleasant tomorrow. I'll catch you on the next one.